Hello, everybody. Hopefully you see and hear me well. I would like to welcome you all on our webinar about App Store optimization at OnD. May I ask you to post a plus if you see and hear me well, so we can go on with the presentation and ASO audit for today. See no pluses yet. Oh, simply post. Okay, Elizabeth, thank you. So let me share a screen with you. Mustafa, thank you. Justin, thank you. Okay, you see my screen, right? So I'm moving to, thank you, Lauren. So I'm moving to the presentation. Hopefully you see my presentation in the full screen, yeah? May I ask you for one plus again, whether you see my my presentation? Okay, it's here. Guys, do you see my presentation? Okay, you see my presentation? Perfect. Okay, so let's move on with our ASO audit for today. So as it has been announced before, today we'll be doing a live audit of the two applications, two partners of OnD. We'll be talking today about two apps, Cadme, which is working in Mexico, and It's My Ride from Portugal. So before we continue with our presentation, I would like to say a few words about myself. My name is Artem Tkachuk. I'm working at OnD for 4 years already. I'm apps team lead here, and I'm responsible for App Store optimization. So all the customers who are doing and optimizing their apps on App Store and Google Play are collaborating with me. I've been doing ASO for a few years already. I'm preparing the articles on the topic. I'm participating in different conferences about App Store optimization. So basically, that's ASO is the core thing I'm doing here at OnD and generally in my professional life. So today, guys, we'll be talking. I divided today's webinar into three main parts. So at the beginning, I would like to share a few important theoretical points about App Store optimization and what are the core points we are looking at when doing App Store optimization audit. So at the beginning, I will show you what we are analyzing when we are looking at new apps which are coming to us for App Store optimization. And in the second part, I will shed a bit of light on the differences between Google Play and App Store. And the third part, which will be the biggest one, will open Cadme and It's My Ride from Portugal, and we'll look at these apps, and I will share with you my thoughts, what I would change in this apps listing, what I would update, what is not clear for me, what is not understandable for me, and what are the weak points of these apps in comparison to their competitors. So let's move on with the core points of the audit. So first of all, when doing App Store optimization for for iOS app, and when I'm receiving this app for first analysis, I'm looking at the five core points which are super important for me when doing App Store optimization. So when talking about iOS app, first of all, I'm looking at the screenshots. Because the order you see these points on the left, screenshots, icon, title, this is super important, as when we will be talking about the Google Play, the order of these points will be different, and there is a reason for this, as screenshots on App Store are more important than on the Google Play, as the search results in the App Store, we always see in the search results screenshots together with the icon. This is a different story than in the Google Play, as there we see only the icon. So first of all, I'm looking at the screenshots and I'm analyzing about the core value this app is bringing to the screenshots. So, for example, as you see on these examples of Karim app, they are the main value of this of the app, which they bring to their customer, is everyday life made simple. So, and you see on the screenshot, they are showing to the user that Karim is not only a taxi app or ride sharing app. This is an app for food delivery. This is an app for other activities in the area. So that's the core value they are showing to them. To the users. So when I'm doing an ASO audit for iOS app, first of all, I'm looking at the screenshots and I'm looking at the screenshots of your competitors. As I need to understand what your competitors are standing by at the moment, and what are their main value. They are, as I've said, they are bringing to the customer. The second thing is the icon. So when I'm doing audit, I'm always comparing the icon with the icons of the competitors. So this is super important, as the customers always, in absolute majority of the cases, customers see icons of the competitors together with your icon. As when, if somebody is, let's say, typing taxi, in the first 10 apps in the search results will be about taxi, and your app will be one of them. So when preparing the icon, when analyzing the icon, I'm always, and all the ASO practitioners, they compare the icon together with the competitors' icons. Another important thing is title. So I'm always looking at the title from the point of the main keywords the customer is targeting. Plus, I'm looking at the title from the point of value, or whether the customer is using keywords in the title at all. You don't see my presentation, guys. Excuse me. I just got the. We can see. Okay. And do you see presentation now? And now, do you see the presentation, guys? Okay. It was opened in another window, so I wasn't aware that you don't see the presentation. So, as I've said, the title and subtitle are one of the core points which all the ASO practitioners are analyzing, as we are looking at them from the point of view of the keywords, and we're looking at them from the point of values this app is standing for. Plus a lot of brands, they are not using keywords in the title and subtitle at all. So all these points are important for a SO practitioner when we are analyzing the app at the very beginning of working with this app at all. And the last point, the most important point for iOS app is rating. As you see on the screenshots, all the users, they see just below the subtitle, they see the stars. So to have all the 5 stars filled in with this gray color, you should be having 4.7 rating. So this is important for SO practitioners when we are analyzing the app. So we are comparing it with the competitors. So if the competitors have this 4.7 rating, so all the stars are filled in with the gray color. So it's important as well for our app to be at least at the same level. So and sometimes new apps are coming, and we see that they have much lower rating than the competitors, and this is super visible when your app has for instance 4 stars and the competitors have 5 stars. So of course users take this information into consideration, and this definitely influences their decision on whether download this app or not. And when talking about the Google Play, as you see, the order of this point is different, because as I have said, you see an icon on Google Play much more frequently than in the App Store, because the search results are different. The screenshot you see on the right, this is a normal search results in Google Play, so you don't see screenshots. The screenshots you see on the left, screenshots of the Careem and Uber app, these are the screenshots for like super strong apps. This is the way Google Play is supporting such a strong app. So if you type exact name of such a brand app like Careem and Uber, you don't see this normal search results as on the screenshots on the right. You see like this special search results with the screenshots, but this is only for the apps, for the strong apps. So when analyzing the new app, we are always analyzing whether they have such as like a special search results or not. And if they not, this is super important to move towards this point and to get this type of search results as it supports your brand. So when people are typing exact name of your brand, they don't see other apps. They don't. The only thing they see the similar apps you see on the screenshots on the left. But that's the only thing. And just take a look at the search results on the right. If you don't see such a special search results for your app is shown beyond 10 other apps, and of course it is there is a higher probability that you will lose some users who were typing your app name in the search tab. So, and another, the next important thing is that it is the title on the Google Play. As I've said, you see icon with the title, with the rating, with the number of installs, much more frequently than in the App Store. And sometimes, for example, if somebody in some country is typing the word taxi, and they'll see you, for example, number 5 in the search results, that's mean that like this is the only point at which you can catch this user and make this user to click on your icon. And on the App Store, as I've said, that's that's kind of easier, because on the App Store, as I've said, you see screenshots plus icon, and on the Google Play, this icon, title, rating, and number of the installs. This is the only thing the users see about your app in the search results. So these are super important points for Android app, and which we should care about. And as you see, screenshots is only fifth in this order. This is much lower than the App Store, because as I've said, you see screenshots only if your app has like this special listing in the search results or on the app page. And the short description, you see it only on the app page. So these are the most important points which we are analyzing the apps and preparing and making the most important decisions when preparing these apps for App Store optimization. Let's say only a few words before moving to the audit of the Academy and It's My Right Portugal. Let's say a few words about the main difference. I've been talking about this already, but I would just to make a short comparison again. So we see here search results on the Google Play and App Store. As you see, the search results are different, and they are totally different. And if somebody participated in our previous webinar, when I was comparing more deeply the search results on the App Store and Google Play, I was saying that when we are doing App Store optimization for Google Play and App Store, that's a totally different process. So when we are preparing the graphics for iOS app and Android app, might be different, because the stores are different, search results are different, and as you see on the screenshots, and as I've said already, search results are totally different. So for example, on as I've said, on App Store, we don't care, we care a lot about the screenshots. On Google Play, we care less about this. On the App Store, the rating is important in terms of having this 5-star filled in with the gray color. And on Google Play, this rating is more important in terms of some of the new feature which was released by Google Play, I guess maybe 1 month or 2 months ago. As you see on the left, on the screenshots on the top, you see a possibility to filter the apps by the 4 plus stars or 4.5 plus stars. So this on Google Play became super important, as well as previously this number of stars wasn't that much visible. As you see even now, below the app title, then below the app title we see developer app title, and then we see only these small numbers of stars the app have. So the app has. So as you see, this numbers, they are much less visible than on the App Store. But now, as Google Play released this feature that when you can filter the apps by the number of stars, this became much more important for us, because some users might simply filter the apps by the number of stars, and if you don't have 4 stars, you'll be simply filtered out. And even being in organic search results, so let's say you are number 5 by the keyword taxi in your country, but if your app has rating less than 4 stars, then users will simply filter you out of this. So there are a lot of differences between Google Play and App Store. And first of all, when doing App Store optimization, we emphasize different metadata in Google Play and App Store. And as I've said, sometimes we see in the search results screenshots on Google Play as well. However, in these cases, these are cases for branded keywords only. And what is super important, I'm emphasizing this all the time concerning the screenshots you see on this slide, is so-called explore installs. As you see on the left screenshots, on the left screenshot, you see here the Yandex Taxi from Russia. But below this, you see icons of other Yandex Taxi apps. However, there is one another app, 135, but that's only an example. On Google Play, it is super important that whether Google understands your app as similar to other apps from your category. So when analyzing newer apps. We don't do this on for iOS app, but for Android apps, this is a super important point, as there are special tools, and we are analyzing whether Google Play sees your app as similar to your competitor's app. This is mainly analyzed this analysis is based on the analysis of the app description. So title, short description, full description, plus text from the user reviews. So the algorithm is the following. Google Play is analyzing your app metadata and sharing all the apps into categories. So for example, Google Play has a special spot for all taxi apps. So if Google Play doesn't see your app as similar as taxi app itself, and it does not attribute your app to the spot with all the taxi app. So this is when doing ASO audit, we always check whether your app is similar to in Google Play, whether your app is similar to other competitors' apps. So the screenshot you see on the left, these are the similar apps to Yandex Taxi in Russia. For example, this Taxi 135, this is a big success for them, as Yandex Taxi is super popular. So all the people, when they type Yandex Taxi, they see as well this 135 taxi. So this is a big difference from the App Store, and this is super important for analysis of the Android app on Google Play. So let's check Cabme and let's check It's My Right Portugal. Guys, before we move on, do we have owners of the Cabme app and It's My Right Portugal? Do you have here the owners of these apps? Would be interesting just to know. Oh, perfect. It's My Right here. And Cabme, do we have Cabme here? No, probably we don't have. So we'll start with It's My Right then. Okay, that's one of the App Store optimization platforms which help such practitioners as me to do App Store optimization for the app. So I've added Android app of It's My Right. Let's open it and let's let's look at the app profile from the beginning. First of all, I would say let's talk about the icon. As I've said, this is the most important point for Android app. So when talking about the icon, as you see, this icon is too small. Like this blue area is too small, and we have a lot of white background, which makes no sense for the icon. And if we open it on Google Play, it is definitely give me a second. Where's It's My Right? Oh, you see how, in comparison with other icons, for example, look at the icons of the Lyft, of the Kareem, of Uber. They are using all the background possible, all the area of the icon is used by the big brands and other apps. Look at the Waze. Look at the Didi. They are using all the rectangular possible for the background color. In your case, using this white background, you're making your icon less visible in the search results. And if you open your app on the Android device and you type "It's my right," it is even smaller than in the desktop version. So definitely this to improve this icon, we need to use the full rectangular to fill in it with some color. Another important thing is about this icon, I would say, is that it is hard to remember this icon. For example, look at the icons of the big brands. So when you look at these icons, there are no many elements. There is a strong color plus they write their brand name using their special font there, or they're using very simple and clear elements on this icon. And when looking at the It's My Right Portugal, we see here a lot of lines. We see here a lot of different small elements, and of course, I understand the app owner that you want to show the car, but this icon definitely doesn't fit for icon on the Google Play or App Store. This is simply hard to see. This is too small, and when you look at this. When you look at this icon, you don't remember it. It doesn't stand out of other icons. And if you open, for example, other icons of other big brands, you see how strong the colors, how strong these icons. These icons, they definitely stand out of other icons, which is super important for Google Play, as I have said. In absolute majority people, your users in Portugal, they see on Google Play only the icon with the title, and you need to make your icon in such a way so when people see this small piece of graphics, they remember it and they click on it. Or even if they don't click on it, next time when they see this icon, they remember this icon. They remember somehow the elements from this icon. So that's the point about the icon. When I was looking at your icon, I've just came to the point that this icon is rather good for company logo, which might be used on in some other marketing areas. However, this logo doesn't fit app icon, and this is super common mistakes when preparing the app. Sometimes app owners, they have the logo of their company and they're simply putting this logo in the Google Play and App Store for the icon. However, this is not how it works in the world of App Store optimization. Normally, when you have such special logo, like hard to use logo for Google Play and App Store, we take only some element from this logo. Or we use only the colors and some elements of your logo, but we don't put a full logo of your company, and we don't use it as an icon of the app on the Google Play and App Store. Plus, I've noted that I guess that on App Store and Google Play, blue and white, this is not the best option to use because these colors are too soft. Let's look at the competitors. As I noted, in Portugal we have bold. Look at the bold. They're using green and white, and this are strong colors. And So when preparing the icon for It's My Right Portugal, I would look at the icon of my competitors, and I see here we have this a strong color which dissonate with the with the white color of the bold name on the icon. Then we have Uber, as we have seen already, white and black, super strong, and we have my taxi company. This is the one you have in Portugal, right? Am I right? Yeah, if I'm not wrong, this is my taxi from Portugal. So basically, I do remember that my taxi in Portugal, they have a very strong yellow color with black written name, my taxi. So and now when we look at It's My Right icon, you see that your icon is too soft in comparison with the with your competitors. So definitely you need to find some color or two colors to use for your icon, which will stand out in comparison with your competitors. As perhaps in the last webinar, which we held here at OND, I was showing the way we are preparing the icon for our customers at OND. We always put our icon on one screen with icons and of our competitors, and we are looking for the color for our app which will dissonate and will be strongly visible, and it will stand out simply out of the icons of our competitors. So these colors definitely need to be updated in terms to be more visible in comparison with your competitors. The next point are screenshots. Basically, these screenshots aren't that much bad, maybe I would say. However, the points I would say about these screenshots. First of all, when we are looking at the screenshots, and I don't see here a special value. Like we have here, like on the three first screenshots, they are the most important. So here we see on the first screenshot, pin on the map for pickup, then choose the service and then create instant and future bookings. However, all the taxi apps in the world have this feature. This is not something relevant. This is not something which makes your app different from other apps. Let's look at the competitors again. So let's open Bolt Taxify app. So look at their screenshots. They stand for easy rides, they stand for low prices, and they stand for in-app payments. As you see, the message here is clearer than yours. Like they stand for some values. However, I wouldn't say that this screenshots are like the best example. However, these screenshots are clear. At least they say that they have low prices, you might pay in the app, and they have a lot of drivers. And let's look at the Uber screenshots. Here as well, we have this is not the best example of the screenshots. However, still they stay for as the leader on the market. They stay for being a rideshare company which always have a lot of service types, a lot of drivers, a lot of everything. So, and in comparison to your screenshots, of course, these screenshots are like clearer. They are definitely clearer. And another good, and when saying not about your competitors, but in general about the screenshots I really like. These are from Grab taxi company. Look at this example. They don't say nothing more than your everyday everything app. Like, this is people in the countries where Grab is operating. They know what is Grab about, and they just want to underline this feature that Grab is app for everything. And when you open this screenshot, it is clear for you that this is like super app, which might be useful for many reasons. And but we feel here the value. And when we see at your screenshots, there is no, like, this is a simple feature description which is relevant for any app on the store. Another important thing about your screenshots that there are too many words on the screenshots. Like normally we try to use two, maybe three words as much on one screenshot. And here we see that each screenshot has 4 or even 5, 6 words, which is too many to catch for user attention. Remember that normally users are looking at the screenshots no more than 2-4 seconds. So it is impossible to read all this text on the screenshots in 2-4 seconds. Bearing in mind, users, when they are looking at your screenshots, they are looking in general at your app page. So they see there are a lot of other information. So basically, you get maybe half a second for they're looking at the screenshots itself, maybe for half a second, 1 second. So to read all this text, it is like hard to concentrate on this text. So of course, no more than 2-3 words on the screenshot. Another thing I would like to say is again, blue and white color. As I've said, these are not that they're not resonate, they're not strong. So together with the icon, your app store listing seems too soft. It's not stop the user and make him concentrate, or make him or her to concentrate on the icon or screenshots or on the app itself. So that's basically all I would say about the screenshots and icon. Another thing I would like to say about your app is when I opened your app, and I see here that you have no more than 1,000 installs in Portugal. This means that users, they don't know a lot about your app. And in such a cases, it is when we are preparing App Store optimization for such an apps which are not well known in your country or in your area, normally we try to put to make user to understand what this app about and where does this app provide services. So for me, when I opened your app, okay, I got it that your app is for taxi, but I was going through your app and I wasn't understanding whether your app is working in whole Portugal or in some city or country. And only when I opened your full description, I saw that it is available only Albufeira and surrounding areas. However, we should know that only 2-5% of users are opening full description of the app, and a full description is not visible on the app page listing. So mainly when people are opening your app page, only 2-5% of users, they are opening full description and they see this sentence. So it is super important for your app to underline that it's my right, provide services in this area, whether in the title, in the short description, or on the screenshots. And this is super important thing. As the first point, user might not download your app at all because they don't understand whether they can use it. And the second point, and this would be the worst option, is when people are installing your app and then they understand that your this app is not working in their area and they delete it. For Google Play, and when many users are doing this, when they are downloading your app and then deleting it because it is not working, it doesn't work in their area. For Google Play, this is this is a sign that this app is not relevant perhaps for the keyword taxi, or this is not relevant for users at all, or perhaps this app is of bad quality. So deletion rate on Google Play is super important. When if users, they don't understand from the first point that where this app is providing services and then download it and then delete it, it is super bad for your app store listing. So it is important to underline where make visible and understandable for people that your app is working in Albufeira as well. I would put it on the screenshots and in the app title for sure. Your rating is okay, 4.62. This is like super good. And another thing I wanted to say, I forgot what I wanted to say. That basically everything I wanted to say about the It's My Right Portugal app. For sure, I would update the description, because this is like a lot of text with no blocks, with no titles. So it is, imagine this, let's say 5% of users who are opening your description and trying to get information about where does your app provide services and what it stands for. And it is super hard to read this text, to get it. Normally, big app owners, they are, that's a bad example. Let's look at the example of the app, this one. You can divide your full description into the block of text. So when this few percent of users, when they are opening your full description, they have like, let's say titles for a block of text. So they see that this is a local right-hailing listeners, that all the rights are protected, where do they provide services, available services, how to book, their rates. So you don't need to go through all the text. You can go through the titles and read only the block of text needed for you. So this is super important for small apps which are not well known. So when users see your app for the first time, they might want to get more information about your app. So basically, that's in a general overview. This is what I would say about your app. Plus, we do here when we are doing ASO audit, we are analyzing the keywords your app is appearing in the search results. However, this is like a super. We need a few hours to do this, so we don't touch the text and the keywords for your app in ASO audits webinars by OND. Do you have any questions? It's free now working. Yeah, I know. Free now, they have super strong icon. Look at the icon of the free now. Look at this super strong red color. Of course, when comparing your blue and white colors with this super strong red, of course this one will be super visible for users. And look at their screenshots as well. I don't like this attitude of putting these different colors of this title. However, I like the content. They stand for working in a lot of European cities. That's strong, and you see that this is the most important value. Free Now is standing in Europe. They are underlining that we are working all over the Europe. So the main value is that when you're using Free Now, you can travel around the Europe and you can use this app everywhere. So this value is super readable and understandable. Any other questions about Free Now? Or we can... Okay, no questions. You can still type some if you have, but let's continue with the second app we have for today for audit. This is CABME from Mexico. And hopefully after the audit of the first app, it will be a lot of things will be more understandable for you now. First of all, icon. Again, as I've said in the second example, this icon has too many elements. Like, I guess this is not an icon for an app, but this is a logo of a company. And they simply put this logo as an icon on Google Play and App Store. Of course, this is perhaps on the screen of my PC, this looks more or less nice. But when we open this icon in the ocean of other icons, we are not going to recognize it, and we are not going to remember it. I would say that this icon is even chaotic because like we have here like mainly two elements which are hard to discern, and it is hard to it is simply hard to there is no element for which our eye can like catch and remember. Like you're looking at this icon in 1 second you are passing by, because like there is no point for catching the eye. As I've said, there is no strong, as I've said in the previous example, and here we have this problem as well. We don't have strong color. Like the white background doesn't work that much. It works, for example, in case of, as I showed you, Grab app. But Grab is working all around the world, and they are underlining the uniquity of their Grab name font. So for them, this is super important. Like all the people know Grab for these letters. Look at the screenshots. Like they always use it in the same way, and even on their web pages, in their social media, everywhere you see this special writing style. And in this case, yes, white background is working, but in their case, not. Like there is no other, like there is no, as I've said, some strong points of this icon which we put on the white background. And as I've said in the first example, this icon doesn't stand out of their competitors. I checked that in competitors of CABME in Mexico is Didi. So you see how this strong element on the icon, you simply remember Didi and D letter here, and look at the CABME. Let's see. Mexico. It is super hard. Oh, we have here Cadme driver. Oh, look at the Cadme driver. So it is like you don't remember this icon. It does not stand out of other icons. Definitely too chaotic. And another thing about the that would be all. I would like to show you the icons of the competitors of Cadme in Mexico. So I showed you Didi. They have another competitor in driver. So look at their icon again, super strong color, and this characteristic for in driver they always use this I letter and D letter. So it is clear again Uber. In Mexico, they have Beat Taxi. Look how strong you remember after one time seeing this, you remember this icon, this letter B. They have Cabify, again, this C letter, very characteristic for them. And they have Bolt, and we saw Bolt already here. Bolt Taxi. So you see how strong these icons, and you see the icon of Cadme. So that would be all about the icon of the Cadme. So this definitely should be reworked and compared to the competitors, and yeah, and updated. When talking about the screenshots, again, we don't see here a value of the app. So we simply this app owner, well, the app owner of the app, they are simply show it like these are the standard screenshots, the standard screenshots of on the apps which are super old. But they don't bring, like, this is like standard screenshots, but they are not working for App Store optimization and for improving conversion rate of the app. And let's simply look at the screenshots of we saw Bolt. Look at the Didi screenshots. You see how like super strong values they stand for: affordable rides. And that's all, like affordable rights, first two words. And then basically you see they even, as I've said, the first three screenshots, they're the most important. And the first screenshot is the most important one. So as you see how font is changing, so they know that if they do the font here and font here on the second and the third screenshot smaller than the first one, so people will look at the screenshots less. So Didi is underlining only this value, and this is clear when the user has this 1 second to look at the value of this app. They will simply look here, and they are not going to look at the second and the third screenshots. This is like a trick which is done by many app owners. Another example of their competitors is in driver. Again, look at the screenshots. You see a font here is bigger than here. So basically, and the second and the third screenshots, they are super hectic. Look how many elements. So this is done for users to not look at all at the second and the third screenshots and look only here. And they underline their main feature: offer your price. Like, this is a main value of driver. So offer your price. This is not like you know for what taxi apps you know what taxi apps is about. Like, all of them have many features, but in driver, in using in driver, you might offer your price, and this makes this app in driver stand out of others, the value, as I've said. And another example I wanted to show you a Beat Taxi app. Your city, you're right. No value, but this is super nice. These are screenshots which are used to support brand awareness. So they, as you see here, there is no value in this screenshots. But, and again, here we have a lot of elements. So first of all, they are underlining this brand slogan, like your city, your right. And this only underlines that Beat is a strong brand, well known, of good quality, no more. So this is another example of screenshots which do not bring a lot of value, but they support the brand. This is a frequent attitude for screenshots preparation. And when we look at these screenshots, of course, the screenshots, there is no value, there is no point which can catch users' eyes. I guess the strongest point of the screenshots is the photo of this driver here on this third screenshot. Again, let's move on to the title and short description. Again, it's not clear. We see here, Cabmi has 5,000 downloads. For Mexico, this is nothing. And for sure, only a few people know about Cabmi. And it is not clear where Cabmi provides service. And when in case of It's My Right, at least we saw information that It's My Right provides service in a certain area. In the first sentence in the description, here we don't have this information. So I read all the description, I read all the information about this app, and I didn't find this information where Cabmi is working. Another important thing is it is this icon and the name of the service. They don't say what this app is for. So as I've said, on Google Play, people see, in absolute majority of the cases, they see only the icon and they see app title. So imagine when you see this icon, app title, and short description you don't see. So you see only app title and icon. It is not clear whether this is taxi app or not. So Cabmi, it might be a taxi app, but still people in Mexico, some of them may not know that taxi is a synonym to cab. So it is not clear whether this is a taxi app or not. So I would add here some clarification that this is a taxi app which is working in a certain area. For app which has only 5,000 installs in Mexico, this is a must-have point. We see here no keywords from the point of textual App Store optimization. So we have here private transfers and we have Cabmi. So there is no a word taxi or which kind of transfers this app. So we don't hear even we don't have here 2 points, like we don't have here clarification what this app is about, and we don't have here important we don't have here important keywords for the category. And the last point I would like to say about the Cabmi is the rating. Look at the rating, 3.6. So imagine a rating is sometimes for the apps which are well known, for example, like Uber, Beat, all the examples I was showing to you. For them, sometimes having a rating 3.9, 3.8, it's okay, because a lot of users, a lot of different users, some users are less critical, some of them less, but it's normal that sometimes such a huge apps might have a rating lower than 4. But when you are starting the business, this must have to have a rating 4.5, 4.6, 4.7. As when you are starting the business, you should be better than the big players. And when you're starting the business, have a few installs in your country and have rating only 3.6. Of course, this is a super bad thing, because you're smaller than your big competitor, and you're worse for people on Google Play and App Store. So for sure, this app owner should be working on rating as well. And you don't, we can't see here in this screen, but I checked as well that Cabme, they have negative reviews on the top. And if we open this app on the Android device, we see two negative reviews on the top. So when users check this app, they see a rating, which is low one, and they see negative reviews where people are writing something that we didn't get a SMS with verification code. So that will be all about Cabme from my side. So talking about the App Store optimization at Ondi, we have two packages. So if somebody would like to make App Store optimization with Ondi company, so we have ASO for 2 months. And we do App Store optimization for your iOS and Google and Android app. You have a dedicated ASO manager, so me. So you have a direct contact with me, and we can chat with you, and we can together analyze what might be done from our side. You have a designer, so we'll be doing icon together, new screenshots, and you have monthly reports, and you have 2 updates monthly. So for 2 months, we're doing 4 ASO updates and updating your graphics and text. And we have a big premium App Store optimization package. So we are doing all this stuff, but for half a year. So this is a very good deal. It's not possible to find a dedicated ASO manager for 6 months for an app for such a sum. So if you will decide to do App Store optimization yourself, or if you'll decide to hire any App Store optimization manager, would be just great, because as I've said, this is super important to optimize your app on Google Play and App Store. But if you decide to go on with App Store optimization with Andy, you can just drop a message to your account manager, or just drop a message to marketing@andy.app, and your account manager will contact you. We might talk about your app. We might talk what can be done for your app, how it can be improved. Guys, we are running out of time, so unfortunately we can't go on with Emago in Colombia. So I guess maybe next time, if we, I think we might organize another ASO audit webinar in a month, so we can analyze your app. And when talking about the Yalago app, we will talk about you, I think, next week, because as I remember, you ordered App Store optimization when started working with us, partner with us. So we'll be doing a real App Store optimization with you, and yeah, make a lot of stuff for your app to stand out of your competitors in Algeria. Do you have any questions, guys? I hope all my explanation have been clear to you regarding your app, your apps, and the points. Yes, definitely. Elizaveta will share this video. I think in the next few days you can expect an email from her. As well, we will share a a link where you can share your feedback about this webinar. Plus, you might ask questions about App Store optimization and the ideas for the next webinars, App Store optimization webinars held by OnD. Any other questions, guys? Okay, no questions. Hopefully everything was clear. Yeah, I see. Right. Hopefully everything was clear. Hopefully it's my right. Hopefully it's my right. The guys from It's My Right partner. How to say? My critics of your App Store listing wasn't offensive. Like it's a normal way we are analyzing the app. So when I'm criticizing something, I'm not criticizing that you don't know how to do this. Is only the I'm just sharing the feedback. What is wrong? What is right? What can be improved? Guys, thank you very much for being with us today. I really expect that you will share some feedback when Lizaveta will share with you the form with the feedback form. So I would like I will be really thankful if you share your thoughts about this webinar. What would you like to hear more? What information would you like to receive more from such a webinars? What can be improved? And in case of any questions about cooperating in terms of App Store optimization, so simply drop a message to your account manager or to the email I shared with you. So have a nice evening. Have a nice weekend, which is before us. And yeah, all the best.